A magical midnight school exists in the endless depths of the sky, where white clouds float like mountains of cotton. A hidden kingdom that ordinary human eyes can never see. When the world falls asleep and the moon spreads its full glow, then from the lips of the clouds emerges Crystal Cloud Academy. It is a magical school where princes and princesses from 7 kingdoms come to master their divine powers. The walls here are made of sapphire, and the floors are transparent like flowing water. The teachers here are ancient sages and magical beings. But at the very top of this wondrous school lies a corridor that is always covered in darkness. At the end of that corridor stands a massive black stone door. It is sealed with 7 locks, bound by silver chains. Only one strict rule in the entire school.
It's forbidden.
Never open room number 0.
But why?
High in the sky, where moonlight hits the clouds and creates rainbows. The corridors of Crystal Cloud Academy were completely silent at night, but Princess Ira and Prince Aryan had no sleep in their eyes. Both of them sat by the library window, watching the floating clouds outside. Suddenly Ira pointed toward the top of the tower, where darkness always remained. Aryan, have you ever wondered why Master Kronos forbids us from even going near room number 0? I was thinking the same. There might be a ghost there, or maybe some power they want to hide from us. Erabadon said that door is cursed. Whoever goes there loses their magical powers. We shouldn't even think about it. But Era was not someone who would listen. She lit a small flame on her palm. Imagine, Aryan, what if there's a book there that can teach us the greatest magic in the world? Don't you want to know what lies behind those 7 locks? Era's words planted a seed of curiosity in Aryan's mind. His heartbeat grew faster. Curiosity was bound to overpower fear. Aryan finally agreed. But what if we get caught? We won't get caught, Ida said confidently. Both of them wore their magical cloaks and quietly walked toward the dark corridor. As they climbed higher, the air grew colder. The torches on the walls began to dim. Only the sound of their footsteps echoed in the corridor. Old paintings were hung along the walls. Their eyes seemed to follow them as they moved, as if warning them to turn back. At one point, Aryan almost tripped over an old armor. Both held their breath, but curiosity kept pulling them forward. Finally, they reached the last turn where the corridor ended. In front of them stood the massive black stone door. 7 heavy silver chains were wrapped around it, and each chain held a large lock. Strange symbols were written on the locks. They flickered with an eerie glow. Aryan grabbed Ira's hand in fear. Look, the letters are moving. This is no ordinary lock. It's an ancient spell. If we touch it the wrong way, we might turn into stone forever. But Ira's curiosity had now turned into a challenge. She observed carefully. Among the glowing symbols, there was a small empty space. It was exactly the shape of her ring, the same ring her father had given her. This door is not meant to imprison someone, but to protect something. She placed her ring into the center of the largest lock. Suddenly, a deep echoing sound filled the air. Clang! The first chain shattered like glass. As soon as the first chain fell, the remaining 6 locks began to chime like music. And one by one, they dropped onto the floor. The massive stone door slowly slid open without a sound. A fragrance emerged, like wet earth after rain, mixed with jasmine flowers. As they stepped inside, Ira and Aryan were left stunned.
Amazing.
They had expected a dark dungeon inside, but the sight inside was like heaven. The room had no ceiling. The night stars looked incredibly close from there. In the center stood a glowing blue fountain. But instead of water, pure light flowed from it. Above that light, a small golden egg floated in the air. "What is this, Ida?" Aryan asked in shock. As they moved closer, cracks began to appear on the egg. Tadak, tadak, crack, crack.
Beautiful.
And then a tiny creature emerged from it. It had wings like a butterfly. Its body
truly
was
a
soft
gift.
like a kitten, and a glowing diamond shone on its forehead. It was a celestial being, a star creature. As soon as it came out, the tiny creature started flying around the room. Wherever it landed, things began to disappear. It touched a table, and the table vanished. It touched a window, and it turned into a wall. "It's changing everything," Aryan shouted. "If it touches the whole school, everything will be destroyed." Suddenly, the creature flew out of the room toward the dark corridor. Ira and Aryan ran after it. The tiny creature was incredibly fast. Flying swiftly, it reached the main hall, where all the princes and princesses were celebrating. Comment for part 2. And if you want a story with your name, comment your name below. Maybe the next video will be in your name.